Welcome back, episode 5 of the Every Other Saturday podcast.
The Every Other Saturday podcast.
Finally get a wee bit of an intro going there. So
we did. Welcome back to a podcast that's, I don't know, Jack, starting
it's mad, isn't it? Episode 5.
It is, mate. Episode 5, Booker T. 5 time. Tell you who didn't score 5, mate, was...
Well, we did predict Rangers would score 5, but...
5 or 4, as we said, but didn't do that, mate. Fucking Booker T.
We're half expecting it to happen, but... we move on, we get the win anyway, so... did you see the game?
No, Jack, I did. I seen the game, mate. I watched the game, and I must say it was... I don't know, mate. It's one of the games that flies by. It's international week, innit, but... I don't know, it's quite depressing. I think that was the last game Rangers played before. I think Hamilton's depressing.
Yeah, it's a game you need to get over and done with as fast as you can.
But just no, I'd say first half I was impressed with the fact that basically everybody for our team was in their half, was in their box, you know what I mean? I thought, yet again, Ryan Kent, I thought he played a good game.
I thought he was outstanding again, just showing that he's got even sharper this season. I think we'll talk about it.
Obviously, we'll get on to Ryan Kent because we want to have a little discussion. But no, it's just
personally, I think he's got way sharper. He looks to be more consistent every single game now. Obviously, we're only 6 games into the season, so it's kind of hard to say, he's going to be this and that. But so far, it's promising. That's what I want to see if you can. 7 million we've paid for him. We were talking last week. Leeds just coming in offering 15 million for him and that. So obviously, that's clear to see.
That partnership with Barisic, I must say, we've got to talk about that. For me, it's a partnership.
Seems like a match made in heaven,
It does. I just feel like they're getting stronger and stronger. They know each other's movement, where they're going to be every.
And that was always going to happen. Let's see the amount of games they play with each other, because we look at last season. Kent came in a year ago today, surprisingly enough.
That's nuts, man.
A year ago today, we were all waiting up.
Just
on Rangers Twitter. But even Barisic wasn't really performing at this stage last season, and you look at the two of them, probably the two most vital players in the team currently. So
definitely,
it's nice to see that partnership has came on leaps and bounds.
Exactly. I would say another partnership for me that's yet again is just, it seems to be Connor Goldson, and anyone that he plays beside, whether it's Hollander or the other lad.
Every single Rangers fan in the world has questioned Connor Goldson.
I'll hold my hand up.
I hold my hand up as well.
I couldn't stand Connor Goldson last season.
It was just the fact that he's obviously said to him, right, you're my first choice centre back, you're going to be playing, right? And obviously when he has a bad game, you're like, I'll be Goldson out now. Never happened. Goldson played, I think, every single game last season. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think he did, mate.
And obviously we were raging with the way we were playing in that. Goldson's getting away goals, still in the team. What's happening here? But then you look at this season, he seems to come back and just be focused.
I think it's because I think he's. We question when Gerrard puts that sort of captain's armband on him, like vice captain sort of thing, but
he does believe in him.
I think he can. I think for me anyway, I'm seeing it in the first couple of games already. Just that leadership, leading for his performances. For me, really, his performances so far this season have been solid.
There's
not been one mistake.
There's not one Rangers defender that's put a point wrong. I've seen a lot of criticism for Tav, who grabbed obviously his first goal of the league. I've seen a lot of criticism for Tav. I've gave him the criticism.
There's times where you gave Tav criticism and all that, but you can't fault him. The goals and the assists, mate, speak for themselves. You know what I mean?
But there's people on Twitter or whatever saying he's an average player. He's an average captain. Personally, I would hold my hand up and say he is an average captain.
Right, he's an average captain, right? Maybe we're going to get.
But I wouldn't say he's an average player. He wouldn't be in this Rangers team for about going on 5-6 years if he was an average player, in my opinion.
Exactly.
There's not been really any competition coming in to
challenge
Tav. The only one that was in was Polster and now Nathan Patterson. But there's never really been that competition. And then you look at that, does he really need competition? This season, and a couple of seasons before that, obviously he had these, I wouldn't say breakout season because that was in his first season, but the season the Premiership with Gerrard first took over, I thought he was immense. I really thought he was really good. Last season he kind of dropped off a bit, but this season he's picking up again. And obviously I want to see more from him going forward, but his defensive game's picked up.
You can't talk about Tav without talking about what happened to him at the weekend there, mate. That wee slip.
That wee slip up.
That was. Comedy gold for the captain. I got to give him that up. He had me buckled.
That
game I was.
But it's always going to happen on the pitches, isn't it? Just fucking.
They're disgusting
shite,
parks,
aren't they?
mate.
We talked about that. It's just terrible.
Awful parks, mate. They're just awful parks. Honestly, they're not. As we've said before, obviously, if you're playing top flight football, they shouldn't. Those kind of parts just shouldn't be in the game for me. But no, I thought that were obviously the penalty sort of claim for Rangers with Kemar. For me, was a penalty. Obviously, the ref seen Roof push or whatever first, and then he said, to me, it was a penalty. But no, I don't know, Jack, mate. For me, Hamilton's just one of the games where
it's just the one, as I said at the start. It's just one of them you just want to
you've got to go there and you've got to score 5 or 6 for me. I'm sorry.
And that would lead on to our next point, being like, why can't we score 5 and 6 at the moment? Like, because we're doing everything else right.
We're having the performances. It's just.
But why can't we stick it in the net another couple of times? I mean, I'll read you off a stat for the weekend. We had 24 shots, but only 6 on target. So we get the 2 goals. That means that leaves only 4 shots in the full game that were on target. And then I'm like, what is that down to, you say?
Well, I mean, I would say obviously it's the start of the season still, mate. You know what I mean? Maybe everyone's still. Like, you look at Kemar, he's come in, he's just getting.
Obviously, I wouldn't blame Kemar or that yet.
No, I wouldn't blame any of them. But what I'm saying is, like, it's still start of the season. It's good that they're creating that many chances, but it's just being, as Gerard would say, clinical.
You need to be ruthless in that half.
So I don't know.
I'm looking at that. I'm like, obviously the chances have been created. I wouldn't fault anybody else, but obviously we've had a bit of problem in the striking area with Alfredo being in and out. 2 new strikers coming in. It's obviously going to be hard for them to settle in. It's nice to see goals are coming for around the team.
In the park as well.
So it's nice to see that. But I thought we were going to take this game and do 5 or 6 goals, as we said. But it was just a talking point. I thought.
No, definitely.
I'm like, why are these goals not getting in? Because obviously, as Rangers, we should be going there.
No, we should be going there, and we should be.
2-0 isn't really a safe scoreline.
Especially for me, I would say that the 2 goals that we scored were kind of scrappy goals for me.
Yeah, but even the way we start the game, like, I'm looking at 15-20 minutes, we get the first 2 goals. I'm like, we've started strong here. And
no, definitely, as I say,
our Rangers away performance where we start fast and score 2 goals is like really.
No, that's what I was on about. I was like, all right, okay, so they're going to kick up gear, or we're going to get 3, 4, 5.
But it seems to be like, we've got 2. Let's step down.
But for me, that's, as I say, when I'm on about at the end of the games where Rangers are controlling the games a lot more better, where just take the ball, pass it, keep it, don't let the opposition get it, just hold the ball.
There's no silly goals bringing you to 2-1, then you're panicking, kind of way.
I thought, obviously, I will say, it's not criticism or anything like that, but I thought the start of the game, like the very start of the game, I thought Davis was a bit fucking shaky, and then he came on, he had a decent performance. But
well, maybe we've been Davis's biggest critic so far this season.
Mate, we have, and I'll obviously, you grew up watching that lad play for Rangers, you know what I mean, and he was tremendous. But when he came back, he was decent as well, as you said.
It's just he's took a.
I obviously it's his age as well. Like, you got to take his age, and I don't know, but I just think he's
the past 2
off it,
games
man.
he's played all right. I'll give him it. He probably, whenever the international break comes back, don't know if we're going to be bringing any more players in. I've not heard anything, but Davis, I think, keeps his spot in the team. But a player who might not keep his spot in the team, Brandon Barker. Your opinion on him?
Brandon, I thought Brandon had an alright showing again at the weekend. I thought he had an alright showing, mate. I'm not going to lie to you, mate. It was probably his level, wasn't it, Hamilton? It's probably his level. I'll be honest, it's his level, mate.
Like, he played well at the game the week before.
He was alright with that chance that he had, I think, where he
nearly scored. He hit the side net.
I don't know, I can't remember, mate. I think he should have passed that across. I'm honest, right? I'll be honest with our listeners here, Jack, right? I was honest with you. Hamilton is a game that just numbs me. I don't know what it is about it.
So you don't even want to talk about it?
No, I do want to talk about it, obviously, but I'm just saying, mate, the game, see when they say, oh, it's Hamilton away, I think, hello, darkness, smile. I just don't know, man.
Fair play. I can understand.
You know what I mean? But no, Brandon Barker, for me, that's probably his level. When he was on loan at Hibs, yeah, again, it's his level, man. He's not Rangers quality for me. He's not going to win you. He's not going to.
Because when you look at.
It's not going to do anything, man.
You look at Ryan Kent on the left, and then you look at Brandon Barker on the right. It's just an absolute mismatch there.
No, and what I'll say about Ryan Kent, what I've been really impressed with, is with the next point we're probably going to get into. Is for me, Ryan Kent is just, he's controlling the games. For me, he's controlling the tempo.
Everything that runs through Ryan Kent.
Right, exactly. So when people say if we lose Ryan Kent, you know what I mean? Oh, well, is that a big miss? It's the biggest miss.
It's down to the biggest miss. Point. Exactly. It's the biggest miss. And Rangers really can't afford to lose him.
No, they can't.
Because we're starting the season, we lose Morelos, season over. Whereas now we're looking at if we lose Ryan Kent, that could possibly be season over. Man. So
Me, mate, well, I guess we should just get on to it and talk about it straight away. Sort of debate that's, well, not really me and you had, but we were just talking about, like, who is the, not the bigger player, would you say, or the player that if you took him out the team's more likely, like, for that team it's a massive loss.
Aye.
Is it somebody like Odsonne Edouard, or is it a Ryan Kent? And as I said to you, for me personally, for me Ryan Kent. Like, if you take him out of the Rangers team, you take.
I've got an argument for both, because if you take Ryan Kent out of the Rangers team, there's literally, I don't think, an attacking minded player in that team. Personally, like I look at our midfield, I look at Jack, I look at Kamara, I look at Arfield, I look at Davis, whoever's starting the games. Hadji has got that creative presence if he's playing in the right position, in my opinion.
Well, in the right position, but he just doesn't seem to.
But
you sort of thing.
Like Roof, Itten, whoever's playing up front needs that service, and this service is going to come through Kent. In my opinion, I think he's the most vital attacking player at the club. So if you take him out and then you lose that link-up play with Barisic also.
Which is massive for Rangers.
And you lose that,
that seems to be
lose that threat going forward.
Exactly.
I mean, he's so dangerous. Like, I would hate to play against Ryan Kent. He's probably... defenders hate playing against that fast,
quick,
tiny wee player, and that's what Ryan Kent is.
I just put fuck out him, but
but on the flip side, Odsonne Edouard, we've seen he's been took out. He's injured.
That's what I was
saying.
saying.
Squad, so and they lose against Ferencvaros last week. So you're like, would they have won that game with Odsonne Edouard in? But then they've got strikers on the bench.
But that's Neil Lennon's management. Everyone knows Neil Lennon should have played a striker in that game. Why is he?
I mean, even at the weekend, he played Christie up front.
I don't know what point he's trying to prove here or whatever, but as I say, I couldn't really care. It's
4-6-0 or something like
that. I don't know.
Formation like Craig Levine anyway. But on that note, I really can't decide who's.
Right, well, let me ask you
important.
this question, right? I know, right, as I say, I think Odsonne Edouard I think he's a fantastic player.
Cracking striker,
and I think he could go to I think if he was to go to the Premiership, I do think he would be one of the players. You know, when you like the mid-table kind of clubs, and you think that's a belter of a player, by that's a secret gem. I think he could be one of them, right? I do think with Ryan Kent, as I say, for obviously because we are Rangers fans, mate. For me, if we were to lose him, and especially that partnership with him and Barisic, man, I just can't see where else are the goals and the assists going to come.
Exactly, that's for my heart. Like, honestly, Kent cannot go. Like, for any sum of money, he can't go.
But if you were to flip as well, like as Celtic fans as well, they don't want your big players to go. But as like we hear all the time up here, like when these kind of players come here, like they're players you have to like cherish. You know what I mean? Because you know they're not going to play up here for the rest of their
a very
career,
rare few who just play out that full career
run
in Scotland and that. So usually they'll come here, they'll develop, they'll get still on, go down to a bigger club, then maybe come back up here later on.
I wouldn't say a bigger club. I would just say to a better league where there's more. You know what I mean? Like there's more opportunity to play.
European and
not European, mate. Because we get European up here. You know what I mean? Like you get to play like the big flashy kind of fucking Arsenal,
the
Man
big
United
ties
games.
and all that.
I mean, you get to play the big ties.
And I guess that's what everybody's aim is.
Well, it should be, man. But it's still, as I say, like I don't know. Well, here's another argument for you as well. See, I don't know. You'd probably laugh at us, right? But I tell you who's another big player for Celtic as well. James Forrest for me is a big player. Forrest.
See, I think he's a good player. I think he's an important player to Celtic.
No, but that's what
I think he needs to be pushed, because you look at Forrest's best season was when Patrick Roberts was competing in the right hand side. Forrest was unbelievable that full season. Whereas like the season prior to that, I'm like, Forrest isn't doing what Forrest did that season. So I think he really needs a competition in the right side. I would say
Celtic. I'd say both teams have big players who are big. I mean, you Barisic and Hingley for us, and Morelos and that, and Tav, and obviously Ryan Jack. But there's several players for the club that are bigger. But I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to have this conversation with you. Like, who would be the bigger loss? Obviously, we're Hingley because we're Rangers fans. Like,
obviously, I'm going to say Ryan Kent's a bigger loss.
Definitely.
But that is an argument for both.
But you know what I mean. Edouard has scored more goals. What was it? I think it's like 2 or 3 more goals than Morelos, like in the time he's been in the league or whatever.
Is it really?
I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Start,
I just seen it flash up in the Hamilton game or something. I think it was like he's got 2 or 3 more than Morelos, but I don't know, man. I would definitely say Ryan Kent's a bigger loss, obviously, because we're Rangers fans.
a big loss. Morelos has come up.
We're jumping on to Morelos quick, mate. I'm still, hey, listen, look, I don't know, mate. Morelos, this is...
It's come up again that 20 million to Leo. Leo seems to be the only club I'm hearing that's interested in.
Let him go, man. Just let him go. See, honestly, that's my opinion. See if his attitude isn't right off the park.
I know, because personally...
And if he's disrupting the team mentality, the team are trying to build a winning mentality, man. They're trying to build something, you know what I mean?
And this really isn't the season for that kind of
just
unrest.
No, you can't have wee petty people, you know what I mean? You can't have players that are just, I don't know, I'm bigger, you know what I mean? It's like, go play in France, mate, if that's what you want to do, you know what I mean? Thanks for the service you've given the club. Now fuck off. You know what I mean?
Well, obviously, it still is a hard one to see him go.
No, it's definitely a hard one,
It's
mate.
getting to that point where I don't want to be coming on the podcast every single week and be like, oh, is he staying, is he going, what's happening now? I would rather see the end of it or he stays kind of thing and he kicks on for there, but...
I'd love him to see, mate.
It looks like he's going to move on, personally.
You know what it is, mate? It's like a bird, right? And she's got your heart, and she's playing, mate, and she's going to fucking crush. That's what it is with Morelos. Morelos, I think he knows it. The Rangers fans love him, man. You know what I mean? We love him to bits, man.
We obviously know his ambition is...
Oh, we know how big his ambition is. He wants to go right to the top of, you know what I mean, football, which fair play to the lad.
I mean, he's capable.
He is capable, but he needs to have that head switch. He needs to have his head switched on.
I know. It's said it for season on season. Like,
there's too many times, as I say to you, mate, like in the Old Firm games and that, they're the most important games.
He needs to be disciplined.
You need to keep your head, you know what I mean?
Just don't, like, it seems to me sometimes he's like, oh, if I kick this Celtic player and get sent off, the Rangers fans will be like, oh, Morelos.
Do you know who was one of my... I don't know, saying it right, one of my favourite players to watch in the Old Firm for us was always Kenny Miller. He was, for me, like, he was always dead. He was on the park, you hit his press, but he was always dead. Silent, and he would fucking get the goals, you know what I mean? That's what I wish Morelos would be like, man.
I remember one particularly at Celtic Park when he scored a couple, I think, 2010 season he scored 2, we won 3-1 or 3-0.
Memories, Jack.
And then also at Hampden, penalty shootout one. But I think we might see over this 2-week international break what's the deal with Morelos. I think more might come out about it and we'll see. But after the international break, Aribo, Defoe and all back in the team, hopefully, Gerard was saying.
Aribo is the big player for me that come back, man. It's massive for the team.
He's on. Obviously, I missed him out when I was talking about our attacking players, but he is vital. He is like a really...
No, he's a big part of the team, man. Everyone's got a part to play this season. That's what I'm on about with Morelos. If he doesn't want to play his part,
he should move on. Exactly.
Move on, mate. You know what I mean? We're not just wanting fucking stay if you're unhappy, mate. Like, just go, man. We want to win.
In that case, it'd be nice to see Jermaine Defoe back in the lineup.
No, definitely,
Jermaine's a top
player,
so
top professional.
It's nice to see him obviously getting back to full fitness and all that, because he's a player in his last I don't know if it's his last year before he retires or that, but his last year, I'd like to see him go out.
I'd like to see him go out.
Style, so
even keep him sort of as a striking coach or something. I'd definitely do that. It's the same.
I seen a comment on his Instagram that he said he would love to stay on and be a coach and that. So
no, definitely. I'd take him and sort of coaching.
He's the kind of guy you want around the place, and he's been there, done that.
He's somebody that I don't know how Morelos is not just looking up to. You know what I mean? Listening to him, taking his advice.
I know, because they seem to be right good pals and all. So how is that?
I know.
How is that not rubbed off on Morelos? I don't get it. Is that just the way Morelos is?
Exactly. I just think it is, mate. You know, I think it's different for these, say, South American players, man. They come from such, you know what I mean? They come from nothing, essentially, and they come over here and into Europe, you know what I mean, European football, and they get, you know what I mean, they change their life, they help their families and that. So, Morelos has done that. He said that when one of the interviews, remember when Rangers did that mad, like, documentary?
They've done a documentary kind of thing on him.
And he was saying that, so I don't know what it is now. I don't know. I just think he sees himself bigger than the club. You know what I mean?
I know, and no player
is bigger than Rangers. You know what I mean?
But that's about it with Rangers.
Oh, that's about it with Rangers.
That's
mate.
about it. There's not much else to talk about. We get the win. We're looking good again. Kent's looking well. Morelos still unsure. Should have a full fit squad.
I've got just a wee question I want to ask you, mate.
Go for it.
Obviously, McGregor was on the bench at the game there. Is McGregor number 2 now, or is he?
At the moment, yes.
I'd say so.
John McLaughlin, I've never seen a steady Rangers defence like that in years, man. Like, honestly, what has happened? Or with McGregor in net, but still conceding goals at this time last season, and then it just seems like McLaughlin's in, just seems to be calm.
Calm.
I don't see the Rangers defenders, but we could even go back to when Wes Foderingham, like, he liked to play out for the back with his feet.
Congratulations by what it was, just because he played a friendly after.
He started, got a clean sheet. I like seeing Wes doing well.
No, so. I do like seeing Wes. Get him on the podcast, not
so
you're saying, sorry.
Yeah, it just seems to be a lot calmer, and then for Wes, like, you could see that shakiness sometimes when he was kicking out the ball or he was getting pressured and that. I've never seen that with McLaughlin yet. Obviously, time will tell when we start maybe even progressing in Europe in the qualifiers and.
So it'll be a long season. That's all I'll say, mate. It's a long season ahead, man.
There's going to be about 60 games this season or something like that. It's just a lot of games to play. So you even look at the players that are going to be on the bench, like your Defoes, and
they're going to be.
They're not in the team right now, but
no,
there'll be a point they will be very vital with the team. So I'm still hoping for a couple more signings as well. I've not seen any rumours at all.
But midfield for me, you just need that.
We've done an episode to that, didn't we? Just midfielders and maybe a winger. Personally.
Definitely, man. Big international games, isn't it, Jack?
But we're going to the international break, Jack.
Well, we've got to talk about the international break, Jack, mate, because it is a bit. I know international football, as we were talking about.
It's just depression.
Well, it's depression, it is, but it's, I don't know, I like a good international game. We've got Spain and we've got Germany tonight, so that'll be interesting for me. I want to see
lineups out like.
Aye, they are. Both Leeds boys are in the lines.
You get City's new signing starting. Rodrigo up front.
Rodrigo.
I mean, look at that Spain team. That is like to the Spain team I used to watch. It's just so weird not seeing the players that you used to seeing there.
De Gea in goals.
De Gea's in goal still.
Why?
I mean, Kevin Trapp's in goal for Germany.
It's like a rapper, isn't it?
Emre Can at centre back. It's a weird team, but. Should be a good game. Kai Havertz on the bench. Chelsea bound.
Big Glenn will be playing against Wales, I know.
Against Finland, Wales on the night as well. Glenn Kamara's starting
the night for him, so hope his Finlay boys can do well.
And then the Mora, I think. Romania, Northern Ireland. So Hadji v Jones and Davis.
And Scotland as well, mate. Scotland.
Fuck Scotland.
How dare you talk about that about Scotland? Nah.
I don't care about it, but
no, mate. Listen, it is what it is. It's international break. I tend to watch both Scotland and England. You know what I mean? Just because it is what it is. I don't know. I just watch a game of football. Me, alright.
You love the sport.
I do love the sport, mate. Obviously, we're waiting for the big one coming back, which is the Premiership, Barclays Premiership. And just talking about that quickly. Did you watch the sports documentary, mate?
I did. I watched the first 3 episodes.
On Jose Mourinho. Jose.
Would you make it?
Would I make it? I tell you what, in awe that you could have a bad move a man like Jose Mourinho. Just what a man, honestly. I just think I'd love to play for Jose.
I know a documentary like that makes you see him a lot differently, doesn't it?
It's fascinating when you watch City's one with Pep and then you watch Mourinho and you think the rivalry between the media try to build with him and just the history of the two they've got. Obviously they were at Barcelona at the same time and Josie was Sir Bobby Robson's second man. So I just think Spurs, as Mourinho kept saying, it's a nice club, but there's not that aggression, that ruthlessness to win. Pochettino got them a Champions League final, and that's as far as they could probably have took them.
We seen that at the start. It was obviously weird to see Pochettino just go out the blue, and I think the players were the exact same because they always built a relationship up. And Jose Mourinho's just in the door straight away. So that was a big sort of ask for the players to play under that new manager just ASAP after just getting to a Champions League final was a big accomplishment for Spurs, and now they're basically under the guidelines to win every game. It's not.
But they're under just a manager that's ruthless, man. To me, he tells them how it is. You know what I mean, he says to them, you know what I mean. You see with Dele Alli, that's the one that I bring up mostly from myself. Is
I didn't think Jose Mourinho would really like a player like Dele Alli personally.
Nah, he's he'd like Eric Dyer.
I know he'd like Eric Dyer, just a guy that'd run through walls with you kind of way.
That's the way I'd be from me. But yes, Jose. No way, John.
But with Dele Alli, it was a bit.
They put him in his place, mate, to be honest. Just Josie telling him, look, you've got too big for your boots here. You know where you can go, I know where you can go. You could go to the top of the game.
I know, I even seen him, he had that chat with Harry Kane as well. Harry Kane seems to have his head screwed on and be like, I want to be like the Ronaldo Messi.
Like, can we stop that? I need to say this. Like, can we stop where alright, you want to be on that level in terms of like marketing or whatever. As a player, no, there's no other players for me in the world that will touch day two, man. I'm sorry. We are lucky, we are blessed that we got to see these guys
through their full career.
Play the game, you know what I mean? Just for me, you want to be on that level, you want to be a top world player, you want to be top 10 world, alright, Harry Kane, I respect that. I had to put the subtitles on to understand you half of the time.
Harry Kane.
Right, boys, when he was trying to motivate them as well in the locker room, Harry Kane, I was just thinking myself...
It seemed to me that he was a bit nervous.
No, it did, that's why
because
he's britting it, man, he's britting it.
He just kept swearing.
I know. That's what
I don't really.
I think I'd laugh, mate. See if he was singing, especially. Let's go, guys. Let's go out of time. No, but no. To be honest with you, I expect a decent season. I wouldn't mind a second season on Spurs. To be honest with you, I think Mourinho definitely could win them. What they're in Europa League.
I think so. Europa League must be.
Could see a Europa League or an FA Cup sort of kind of win.
They really need to win trophies. Spurs. It's getting to that point where it's like when. Like. Surely it's got to be soon with Jose Mourinho. How can you not win a trophy?
Do you know what I'm going to say, right? If Mourinho doesn't win a trophy with him, I reckon Poch will win a trophy with Man City. I think Poch is going to end up at Man City. Just for me personally, I think Pochettino will eventually manage him. Interesting. I'm telling you right now, I'll say this, right? I reckon Poch will win the league or the Champions League with Man City before Tottenham win a trophy.
Do you know what? I'll come back to you on that statement.
Obviously,
you've said it, so...
I've said it, mate.
It's out there now.
I've predicted the future, yeah. No, I don't know, mate. I enjoyed the first 3 episodes. Always enjoy those kind of documentaries. I love seeing what's going on.
I like seeing inside a club, because obviously we don't see that like day to day.
No.
So it's nice to see what the training's like, what kind of meetings they're having, what talks are having in the dressing room.
Even what's his name, the chairman? It's Daniel Levy in it. We came into Josie in the second episode. He's like, "Oh, how's everything going?" And it's like, this guy seems soft and nice like his club, you know what I mean? There's not that aggression, there's not that like, listen, go out there, kill the bastards, we got to win this game, you know what I mean? Harry Kane obviously tried to thing me, but I think I'd play for Jose Mourinho. I think he just seems charming, man. And Sir Bobby Robson, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you've ever watched the documentary or whatever they did on him, man.
No, I've never seen it.
It's on Netflix, mate, get it watched, that's for the audience as well, but man, his story and the way that he would motivate players, it's not... Sometimes I think people think the best managers, they do these magic. They don't. They just tell their players, like, pass the ball nice and hang me. Just have the confidence, have the belief, go out there and play your stuff, you know what I mean? Win everything. And it's fascinating to see how Mourinho works compared to Pep, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Who just, for me, Pep acts for the cameras. See when he does that whole holding his hands up, do this and that. You're just acting, you know the cameras are there, man.
Pep lost his marbles a bit, I think, when he went to Man City, like... See some of his interviews and all that, I would just like, what the fuck are you talking about, mate?
Oh, he's a good player, I like him. Yeah. Nah, Pep's... Obviously, to me, he has changed the game, you know what I mean? Whether you want to say positively or negative, but he's changed the way that we play football in this country anyway. Everyone's passing out for the back and try to play that style, you know what I mean? So, but just for myself, what about you? Who'd you rather play for, Pep or Mourinho?
Well...
It's not a fucking trick question, mate. Just answer it.
I'd like to play under Jose Mourinho.
I would, mate. I'm telling you, man. The guy's just...
He demands so much.
Exactly.
He tries to get the best out of you. Even a player like Eric Dyer, who I don't really rate at all. He's like, I can get the best out of you here. And I rate you, so... It's
the same, remember when he was at United and United fans were like, why is he playing Fellaini? Why is he... Like, he obviously believes in that. Like you seen it when he subbed Dyer off and he was like... I'm going to have to sacrifice Harry Winks next game just to build Dyer's confidence up to go, look, I haven't lost faith in you. I just had to change it up tactically in that game. Obviously, Son went on and scored that belter which was incredible run, man. And obviously, he's got people coming over for his country.
I know, that was mad. Did you see there was about 40 Koreans just sitting and waiting for him?
Aye, mate. No, it is, man. It's
absolutely
mental.
Crazy, man. Like, how these players for these countries just have so much backing.
No, it is
crazy. But I'm looking forward to the next episodes or whatever coming out yet. So.
No, definitely. Just a quick one. Your prediction for the Scotland game. Do you think Scotland will win
it? Israel. Aye.
I'm going to say Scotland win. England.
be fine, both teams, I think.
You think
But
so?
you never
I mean,
know.
Iceland, obviously they got that shock result in the Euros, but nah, I expect England to go over and hopefully my boy.
You looking out for him, do?
What, an England game?
Phillips?
You know I'm looking out for Phillips.
Of course.
I want to see my boy do well and shut up all
You think
these...
he's going to start, like?
You know what? I do think he'll start. I think he'll start one of the games that's coming. Both of it. Well, I definitely do think he'll start. I just hope he shuts everyone up really, and that everyone. Oh, he's a Championship player, hasn't played Premier League. You'll see what he's like. He's a baller. All right, he's a baller.
And then I will see this. I'll see what you're talking about. Hopefully.
I'm telling you right now, man. And obviously, for me, somebody that got called up there as well, Wolves, Cody in it. Somebody who deserves it as well, man. He's, to me, he just seems like another likeable guy. I watched his interview about how he got the call. He was with his kids or something. He was taking me to the park or something to get a call, and it was Southgate. He missed it or something, then he picked up again. It was him. He said, "Oh, I want you to be in England team or something," and he just grabbed his kids and just fucking ran home. So no, he deserves it.
He seems a nice guy and that. So
it just seems like a lot more positive. I don't know why. I seen Ferguson's in the not in the main team for Scotland anyway. I think it's like the under-21s.
For Aberdeen, like.
Aye, what fucking decision is that?
I know. What other midfielders do you have in Scotland? McTominay, John McGinn.
But just play Ferguson. Did you go there as a midfield? You know what I mean? But I know we'll get off international football now and we'll come down to the transfers, Jack, which there is.
Transfer news of the week.
Everton, the club that I've seen.
Everton have made a lot of
triple signings, mate. Triple sort that midfield out.
Aye, 3 midfielders. So James, Allen, Napoli, and Doucouré for
all at decent pricing, by the way. I would say
25 for Doucouré, 22 for Allen. I don't know what the fee is for James.
I think it's like under less than 30. So
was it? So.
He's a player he's a player that's got a lot to prove, really. Obviously, as we talked about last time, that World Cup, and he lit it up. But as a player that's got a lot to prove.
For then, he's never really hit the heights, has he? But
no.
Hoping we can actually do that at Everton, because he's going to be coming in there to be the main guy, isn't he?
Definitely be the main guy, man.
And then obviously Allen's worked with Ancelotti at Napoli.
They both obviously worked with.
And they did at Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, mate. And Celtic, obviously, they got themselves a wee centre.
I think you got their defender in the door.
So got their defender. I don't know, you know what I mean.
Shane Duffy.
Aye.
I don't really want to talk about that much, but he's an alright defender. We'll move on. Ceballos back to Arsenal on loan for Real Madrid.
Seems like a fair deal, to be honest.
Yeah, he made a positive impact on Arsenal. He seems like he wants to go back. Done well.
Yeah, he did.
FA Cup and that, so.
No, he did do well. Obviously, we've got Rakitic as well, leaving Barcelona.
Nah, Sevilla, no.
It seems like a fair deal. They look like they're building another team that's going to just probably go and play Europa League football and win it again.
That's a good signing.
No, it's a good signing. No Barcelona fans will probably I think they gave him a lot of stick, but for me, a decent player and good servant for the club. You know what I mean? Won trophies.
I mean, it's mad to think even 5 years ago he was up there with the top midfielders in the world, and now 5 years later, where do you rank Rakitic really? So, decent signing. A wee bit of Rangers transfer news. Murphy leaving on loan to Hibs, and then the option to buy that the year after.
Oh, well, you know what I mean, you're sad to see him go, as you say, because I thought he could have maybe just been a sort of player you brought on.
Aye, but I just think...
Why is he getting to leave and Brandon's getting to stay, man?
I know that's what we talked about at the start of the episode, that personally I'd have Murphy over Barker, but I'm not Steven Gerrard, so
exactly.
I can't make that decision, but just Gerrard said when he left, he got that long injury and he was never able to win his place back, so...
Wasn't not getting a chance with him?
Yeah, so that's him out the door again with McCrory. And then probably the biggest deal of the week, Donny van de Beek to Man United, 40 million.
United. And what a story, man. Him and his pal for Ajax that took a heart attack. I don't know what his name.
Oh, Abby Nuri or something like that.
Aye, a real touching story.
Yeah, he's taking his number, hasn't he?
He took his number and just how they grew up together through the ranks of football and things like that, and they always talked about playing at the big level for Ajax, and you know he's also friends with his family and his brother, and it's a real touching story. I got a lot of respect for that kind of.
Yeah,
it's a quality signing for Manchester United, to be honest with you. I just think they're building something. You can't.
They're building something. Like, it's nice to obviously.
Listen, I think you'll see it definitely with Brighton. That's why I think he's went to Celtic and that, because he's forced his. Leeds had 3 bids rejected for him.
I know it was getting to the point where it's like we're just going to rip a piss out of them now.
But we've brought a centre half, and also the German lad. I'm not going to say his name because it ends up getting a bit funny duddy.
I honestly don't even know who he is anyway, so I can't.
Well, he's apparently a warrior. He's supposed to be like one of these warrior centre backs. I'll see when he plays, but we're linked with the boy for what's it?
Udinese. De Paul.
35
Argentinian.
million, getting rumoured around. Argentinian, and he's obviously Marcelo's kind of player in terms he can play out in the wings and sort of the same way as the lad you seen for Valencia. So
I could see that being a good signing. I
definitely think it would be a good sign. For me, my goal, but just as some just watching Leeds, man, it's like definitely Premier League teams aren't. You'll see when these players, definitely. Obviously, you'll see it because the first game right. Patrick Bamford's going to definitely get a winner on that. But no, I just hope we just stay up. That's my main goal, man. Just stay in the Premiership. That's the main goal. A lot of fans are talking about maybe finishing in the European position or something. Just staying in the league's my goal, man.
Because Leeds deserve to stay in that league for more than one season. You know what I mean?
No, I definitely do. Obviously, because it's big rivals, mate. You know what I mean? You're talking about Leeds and Liverpool, Leeds, Manchester United, which is Battle of the Roses, mate. Needs no hang with Arsenal as well, which is a big rival. Obviously, when Don Revie was the manager, like there's a lot of cup finals with Leeds, Arsenal, and then in the league as well. So I know there's big games there, man. Every team. The game I'm most angry to see is Marcelo Bielsa versus Pep Guardiola, the master and sort of the man that gave him a little bit of his philosophy, anyways. He talked about. But
I'm excited to see that myself.
Interesting games coming up in the Premier League season.
But when's the Premier League start again?
If you didn't know, Jack, it starts next week.
The week after international.
Just the week after international.
So next week we'll need to do our predictions.
It's our predictions. Who's getting relegated, Jack? Who's getting Champions League football next week?
That's something we'll need to do a lot of
don't you worry, mate. I've
rubbing the hands together as we speak.
Exactly.
That'll be
something that we didn't talk about, but I don't know if you want to talk about it or not. Jim White. No, Jim White. What's his name? Jim White, mate. Fucking Jim White. No, he was talking about the thing. I seen him the day with the West Ham thing with West Ham fans. Shut up. Jeff Stirling or them.
All this Soccer Saturday folk are all sacked.
Sacked. I just wanted to get your opinion on it, mate. If you
want. Well, it was obviously. You watch that and it's like iconic, innit?
I'm gonna lie. I'm happy Charlie Nicholson. His name is get the sack.
He's a knob, isn't he?
He's a fucking prick.
But Sky are obviously going in a different direction.
Man, and see if it means seeing more fucking Richards. With that laugh, mate. Honestly, I watched that fucking thing with video. Just him laughing I couldn't stop smiling too, man. It's like this plays a laugh, man.
But it's one of them, innit?
It is one of them, man.
Comes and goes, but
definitely you'll probably see female.
I think that's what Sky are trying to
Speaking of females as well, mate, they've just got equal pay international level. Premier League, is it?
Was it the Premier League?
No, it's international.
Is it?
Because I'm not being funny or that, right? But internationals is more like, see, when I think of women's football, it's like internationals. Like I don't really.
Yeah, you don't think of the league football.
You don't think of the league football. You know what I mean? I think the league internationals is more appealing because it's your country and that. So compared to it. Obviously, if it's your club, you should support them. But I don't know. But it's just nice to see equal pay on terms of that kind of level.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
No, but I just don't know, mate. I just thought we should give it a wee mention, a wee shout out with that. I just think, I mean, the money that people pay for Sky, you know, that it's about time because the analysis, the pundits that they have on, some of them are just right. Okay, fair enough. Carragher, Neville, Roy Keane, Graham Souness. I mean, Souness is somebody that a lot of people I know can take him or leave him.
Paul Pogba started coronavirus. That's basically Souness.
No, but I just think, like, fair enough, those kind of ones, man. But I just think the rest of the pundits they have on are just shocking, man.
No, I think so.
I just not.
I even think we see the Scottish football going full into Sky coverage is poor as well because BT actually cared about the Scottish game.
I don't care, mate. As long as I don't need to see Chris Sutton on my telly.
Even though we hate Chris Sutton, he gave a good verdict sometimes. Like, I hate the guy, but.
I know.
I like the discussions they actually had about it.
No, I know, but I don't really care, mate. See when Chris Boyd and all that are talking, I just think to mute the telly, man. Mute the telly, mate. I don't know. I just think a lot of I think Rangers TV keep the bet. Like, how do Rangers TV get all the people they've got? But I don't know, man. As I said, Jack, probably could. I don't know. Whenever next time you're free, obviously we could, as we said, like we do an episode on the Lionel Messi in the Barcelona. What's going on there?
Because there's not, apart from your transfer news and whatever else is going on, there's not really much to talk about.
No, it's
League
just
football wise next week, and if we're not really bothered about internationals, I think the best way to do that is an episode dedicated to Messi, and then an episode dedicated to obviously our predictions for the Premier League season.
No, definitely. I would say I would do that, man. We'll get.
So there might be 2 episodes out next week. You never know.
2 episodes out next week, mate. I definitely think we should do it. The Messi thing's something that's.
It's obviously iconic. It's all everybody's talking about.
I mean, it's crazy to think just what Messi without. I don't know, man. Just to think that he would want to leave Barcelona and.
No, there's there's a lot to talk about, innit?
I won't lie. I want to see him in Man. I just want to see him play in the Premiership before he thinks. You know what I mean? Because I know people are saying, he couldn't. He's the greatest footballer. The greatest footballer I've ever lived. You know what I mean? Maybe if he's leaving on a free and he's got plenty of money. Maybe he wants to come to Ibrox, like you say to me. Let me.
As we say, it'd be an idea.
You were supposed to sign one time. You're signing now, mate.
That'd be the only replacement I'd take for Ryan Kent right now.
No, but definitely do an episode of Messi and an episode just a normal episode again talking about.
That's about, and then we can get back into the swingy things when the football's back. Because obviously we're based, and we're more obviously the most passionate about Rangers and all that. So whatever happens, Rangers incomings, outgoings, stuff like that. Obviously we'll be here to report it, but that's obviously the plan.
I'll just let you know, by the way, one of my bottom teams to get relegated. I fucking hope Burnley get relegated. We'll get into that, mate. But
spoiler, but
aye. But no, mate. I just want to thank the people again that listen to the podcast. It just means a lot, really. We're just 2 dafties, as we say, that just talk about football.
Exactly. Just sitting in the motor, filming a podcast, kind of what.
Filming it, we're recording it, you dick.
Whatever, we're recording, filming it. We're doing whatever, we're putting it out there. People are listening to it, so it's always appreciated.
If you guys haven't already, if you could give the Instagram page a wee follow, Jack, hit them up with the digits, son.
Every other sat pod, that's the Instagram handle. So that's where all the links will be posted to the new episodes and that. So
just thanks again, really, for listening to 2 dafties just talk about football.
Yeah, that's what we put in the bio. Everyone, that's what it is. Just 2 dafties, isn't it?
Just 2 dafties, mate. Apparently we're 2 dafties. Now I'm away to watch Germany and Spain, so I don't know about you, mate.
But we'll catch you.
Catch you.